And don't worry about where it's going or anything like that. We're just using it as a warm-up, okay? Don't judge yourself too hard, okay?
First one was so nice when you walked outside. It's like, what am I doing now?
You playing any golf this weekend?
I'm traveling this weekend, so I'll be
Ooh, where are you going?
going over to Toronto. Got a wedding. So
Going over to Toronto. You make it sound like you're going over to Wesley Chapel. Like
yeah, I guess it's actually not that far of a flight. It's basically going to New York, so.
Was it about a 3-hour flight, 2-hour flight,
not
something like that?
Too much, so yeah. And then, but I do have some. I think the weekend when I get next weekend, playing some golf with some friends. So
There we go.
finally be able to get out. One thing I noticed is I used to have like a lot of pain right here on my left under my shoulder blade. It's gone away. So
Okay, that's
hopefully
good.
something's better now.
Good.
I'm not sure. Maybe I think when I was first starting, I was really trying to
Rear back behind it,
really
right?
swing at it. So I've been trying to calm down a bit. Also, another thing I noticed is I'll come back and then this will be like way too far back.
Yeah.
Like I'll see it out the corner of my eye. I'm like, I don't.
No, that's not normal.
I don't need to be putting it that far back.
That's not where we want to be.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Right there, I can see it. I don't know how to stop like taking it so far back.
Okay. We're gonna put some safeguards in there and kind of give you some feels.
So I feel like I'm
Right.
thinking of it, and I still can't like stop it. So I don't know.
All right, give me about another 10 swings or so, okay? let's take a look at that one real quick. Sound good?
Sure.
All right. All right, so one thing we can definitely see here, right? There's a few things that we've got going on here. A little bit of some over rotation with our shoulders, as you can see. You can see that our right knee is quite buckled quite a bit, okay? And I can almost bet you my bottom dollar, which isn't a lot, is that you're feeling weight on the outside of your foot.
Probably.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right, so a few things that we want to kind of do. Let's kind of come back here to the setup. Okay, so one thing I kind of see here with our setup to start off with a little bit is I believe our 7-iron is a little too far back in our setup. Okay, so if I just kind of go with, what's Fitzpatrick? Well, who made it in here? Let's just kind of go with, I like Johnny Rom. Alright, let's just go with his 6-iron. Alright, so this is his 6-iron here. Do you see where your 7-irons play?
Yeah.
Okay, that's probably more where I'd want to have a pitching wedge or maybe even a specialty shot. Okay,
Yeah, that makes sense.
so with his 6-iron, it's more up, right? And the reason that is just a basic idea here, and maybe I told you this before, maybe not, right? The more the ball gets back in my setup, the more I've got to get my chest back behind it to hit it. Okay? If I can get that ball a little bit more up in my setup, right, it's easier for me to turn behind that ball, and then as I come through, I can feel like I'm chasing that ball down the fairway. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay? And then we start to get a little bit more loft too, a little bit. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay? So that's the first start I see right there. Any questions?
No, that makes sense.
All right. Okay, so as we start our way back, we'll take a look down the line, but it looks like you're probably fanning the club open. Okay, so we'll work on that a little bit. But the big thing here is you can see that you really over-rotate your chest here a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, arms, chest, everything. We'll take a look down the line here. I've got a thing down the line here we'll take a look at too. But we got to kind of shorten that up a little bit. Okay, so let's kind of come on over here, take a look at this. Take a look down the line. Yeah, see how your hands are getting to the inside here? Okay. Yeah, you could definitely probably see that club in here, right? Okay. So we want to try to get to a stop here, and let's take a look here. Just get a visual, okay, and then we're going to start trying to put some feels in, okay? But more of that feeling when I get here, that my hands are going to stop about where my ear is. Does that make sense? Okay, so for us, we want to be like right about here.
Right there.
Okay, maybe even a little more, but that left arm needs to be straighter. Okay, see how that's collapsing a bit on us. And then the other thing is I'm seeing a lot of weight on this foot going out here, which over-rotates the hip, which allows the shoulder to over-rotate. So it all starts to combat. Does that make sense a little bit? All right, so let's do this. Let's combat the over-rotation. Okay, and then what I want to work on is I want to kind of work on the takeaway a little bit. Okay. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do an old tilt and turn drill a little bit. Did we do the old drill where I had you turn a little bit?
I don't think so.
Okay. So let's kind of work on that because I think we worked pretty hard on the grip, stance, and posture.
Okay.
All right. So let me jump on in there and demonstrate this for you real quick. Okay. No, I'm good. Thank you. Thank you. Just kind of throw a few things up and off. All right, so, all right, a great drill to do at home, okay? This is going to give you some really good body movements, okay? So I'm just going to kind of put this guy on the inside here. Now, you may have or you may not have one of these little things at home. Doesn't really matter. What we can do is, if we don't have it, kind of put our foot like this. See how that alignment rod's on the inside of my right foot here?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm going to put this object so it kind of bisects my body. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this alignment rod. We're going to put it right along our shoulder lines, the long end towards the target. Okay, out towards the target. We're going to get into our golf posture as so. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the tip of this to about the top of where this is and get it parallel to that. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay, so as you watch me, if you want to go face on here, watch me face on.
Okay. Yeah.
You see where I'm at?
Yep.
Okay. So this is what we want to kind of start with right here. Okay, and I'm probably going to put this little chalk thing right here. Okay, so it cradles your foot, right? So you can't get your weight on the outside.
Ah, gotcha.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what I want you to start feeling is your weight getting to the inside of your foot, maybe even into your heel. Okay, so if I wanted to push off of this, that's how I would do it. I wouldn't get like this, then I can't really push off. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because I'm more like
Yeah, you
doing the opposite. So you can't push off like this. Your lower ankle.
Right.
Yeah.
You want to have more of this, right, where I'm into it,
Yeah.
just like that. Now the feeling that you need to have, right, and this is kind of a different way of kind of feeling it, with this toe right here, what you need to feel instead of this, okay, we need to feel like the foot's planted and it wants to turn out. Okay, so if you put your foot on the ground, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Where do you notice your weight go?
It's on the inside,
Yes.
and then also it's keeping me from like buckling my knee.
Right, so what that does, right, and we're starting at the bottom here, right? What that does is if I kind of get that weight to the inside, it stops this hip from over rotating,
Yeah.
right? Once I get this weight over here, then I can really over rotate that,
Yeah.
okay? So it kind of locks his hip in place so it's about a 45-degree angle, boom, right? And then if my hips kind of stop, my shoulders just can't rotate around that, right? It's got to have a stopping point, right?
Yeah.
So I get here, here, boom. And then I get kind of an automatic stopping point, almost, unless I let my arms go like this. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's jump on in here and just give us some feels. And I want you to do it, you know, for just a few minutes here.
Okay.
Okay. And I want you to tell me what you notice different about what you're doing compared to what you were doing, okay? Let's just try to focus on the feel. So, yeah, there you go. And then we're going to get this. Here, I got this.
Oh yeah.
Right across our shoulder blade. Very good. Okay, let's get into our golf posture for me, please. Okay. And let's just do it very slowly. Get a feel for it, okay?
Wait, are you rotating like this?
Just a
or-
little down.
This
Just a
way?
little down. So here, yeah, perfect. Perfect, okay? There you go. Okay? All right, we probably get that left shoulder down just a little bit more. There you go. Okay? Keep going. Do it again. There you go. Good. All right, because one of the things we do see here in the video, and that's why I was just kind of moving your head a little bit, you see how your head really significantly moves back? It's kind of like it goes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We do want our head to kind of turn a little bit. We want to allow our shoulders to turn, but I don't want my head to go woo
Yeah.
out of the way, right?
Yeah.
Now, when I get on up to the top, my head's going to be over here a little bit, right? And the ball is going to be roughly out of the corner of my eye, at least for me, okay? But I don't want to get to the point where I lose the ball completely, right? And then I'm going to see the club behind me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, keep going, big guy. That's a little too far down. Good. That's where your stopping point is.
Okay.
Okay. Now I want to get your arms like this.
No.
Your hands like that. There you go. Good, good, good. That way it's
Yeah.
okay. So get this shaft parallel to the one on the ground for me. There you go. If you turn and stop for me, right there, perfect. Stay right there for me. Okay, I'm going to take this out of your hand. Okay, I want to see your left hand here. Stand it out. There you go. You see your right hand. Right there. There's your backswing.
Okay.
Okay? That's much more where we want to kind of be. Right?
Yeah.
So, much more here and here. This left shoulder down. There you go. There you go. Okay? That's much more where we want to kind of stop at right there. Okay? I don't mind that the arm's just a little bent.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. I don't want this. Okay? You feel the tension back there now, can't you? Right? Right there is good. And now with your right arm here, right? You feel how it's extended away from you a little bit? Getting about 60 degrees.
Okay.
Turn right there. Okay. But the big thing is if you kind of look, you see where your hands are in relationship to your head?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right by my ears.
Yeah.
Same level.
Now with momentum, you're going to get up
It's
here.
gonna go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get you into a position where it kind of where we want to kind of be at.
I was
right?
stopping way up here.
Yeah, you're
That's why I was
going like
Yeah.
way over there. Okay.
Yeah.
So there we go. That's where we want to kind of be at right there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now the other thing I'm going to kind of do here is just there you go. All right, just flattening up that left wrist just a little bit.
Okay.
Okay? And that way we can kind of square up the club face.
All right.
All right, so once again, let's kind of put that right across our shoulder line. So I'm going to kind of do this. Here we go. It's going to be right on the nodules. There you go. Good. Okay, kind of get into your posture for me, please. All right, good. All right. Maybe a little too far down.
Too far.
Okay. There you go. Better. Good. Okay. Allow that left knee to come back just a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to do this to you. So you see where this ball is? Get your left knee to try to get behind it. There you go, just a little bit. Okay? Feel that?
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Turn and hold it for me. Where do you notice your pressure in your feet?
More on like my toes, and then obviously where it's touching this, and then this one, the front one feels on the toes.
Feels on the toes? Do you
Yeah.
feel it more in this area right here?
Yeah, on the inside.
Okay. Are you feeling it more here on the heel a little bit?
I don't know about the heel, but
Okay.
should it be more on the heel?
If we want to have it more in the heel, inside. Inside part of the foot's important. If we can
Okay.
get in the heel, that's probably where we'd like to be. Does that make sense?
Yeah, maybe if I like less knee, would put it more on the heel for me,
Okay.
I think. That feels more on the heel.
Okay, good. So those are the things that we want to feel right there, okay?
Okay.
Now the other thing that you'll notice, right, and here's a little something that you'll notice. Keep going. Good. That's a little too far down. So here we go, set up, right? Try to get that, try to get that to kind of point down to the bottom, like this right here. There you go, okay? Do you feel the tightness in your core though?
Yeah.
Okay? Like you wouldn't want to sit there and sing a song. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right? It
Yeah.
would be good.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you, when you get up to the top of your other swing, right? You could probably sing a song. There's not a lot of compression in our chest area. Does that make
Probably, yeah,
sense?
that makes
Right?
sense.
It's a lot of arms, not
Yeah.
coiling of the chest. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, good. 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 So let's come on in here and take a look at this gentleman compared to this guy. Okay. All right, so as far as body movements go, all right, let's take a look here. So this is the original. Right, you could see a lot of your shoulder back over here, knee. I'm not so worried about the knee. It comes in a little too much, right? But on some of the turns, you were just kind of leaving it hanging out there a little bit, okay? But the big thing is, you see this knee here? That's what we're really trying to feel like you're turning into, not turning around. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's take a look. Right, look how much different that leg looks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Different.
Right, and now I don't see the body trying to lift up, right? Instead, it's kind of like it's more coiling down now. You see that?
Yeah, that's the other thing I noticed when I recorded myself. Like, I couldn't really like pinpoint what it was, but I definitely kind of feel like I was like going up and down somewhere.
Yes.
And I was like, I know that's not right, but I don't know like where.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So it's definitely one of those things that, if I were to say it right for you, it's kind of a motion for you. I would say it's kind of like up, down, up, right? Where it needs to be kind of more down, down, back up.
Yeah.
Does that make sense a little bit, right? So I want to feel like I'm turning into that ground, pressing into the ground, and that's going to get me to move forward and kind of get out of there. Does that make sense? Okay. How does this feel?
Different again, but I'll have to get used to it. But definitely like a good drill I can do at home, and it makes sense because it definitely makes me a lot closer to that than I was before. Because there's a lot of stuff going on.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's the big thing I've got to do is it's not that I'm trying to put moves in, I'm trying to take moves out.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Trying to give you feels of how to take those moves out of your swing a little bit.
Yeah, because it should be just like one fluid like motion. And I feel
you
like
make it sound so easy, like we could just all pick up the game of golf. Yeah, I know. But it's just a lot of practice. And the big thing I think that I like that you're doing is that you're videotaping it. Right, a lot of my students just go out there and hit buckets of balls. You know, they'll maybe videotape one or two. They don't really look at it. You know what I mean? They go through the motions of. So, but you've got to look at it, see what you're kind of doing a little bit. And there's some great apps out there that can kind of help you too, to see what you're kind of doing a little bit. You know, when I'm not there, you've got somebody to kind of give you some kind of guide rails.
Yeah, I'll check it out then.
Crazy. All right, but that's going to be the big thing for us right there. Okay, getting those movements together. Now, let's talk a little bit about the takeaway, okay? You can kind of see when we look down the line here, okay? When we look down the line here, okay? So as you kind of watch, see how the club comes inside? Okay? That's going to allow you to make the move that you like to do, is where you overswing it. Okay, so we got to try to change that pattern just a little bit. Okay, I wouldn't say your hand path is bad. I like your hand path. Okay, I just don't like how the club comes inside a little bit. Okay, now as we kind of go through here, right? All right, shortening up that swing is going to be key for what we need to kind of do. Okay, but if we can kind of shorten that up, I think a little bit. All right, get you to at least like right here. Consistency is going to go up completely.
Sweet.
Okay. But once again, shortening the swing is going to help us a little bit, but I'd like to kind of see that face of that hand, those hands a little bit more in front of the club. So let me kind of show you, demonstrate what I'm talking about here. Okay. Do you see what I'm saying? Talking about right there?
Yeah, I was even practicing like takeaway like originally, like looking at the camera, like having like kind of like the head of the club would cover my hands, like when you're looking at the camera.
Yes.
I could do that here, but then once I do the full swing, it wasn't happening. So
okay, that's fine. I would probably suggest we'll put in some alignment rods to kind of guide us a little bit. Okay, because once we kind of get lines out of here, we can kind of go straight. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right. So having some visual aids for us here to kind of show us where our hands need to go. Okay. But for you, right, what I kind of see here, and I'll just kind of show it down the line on you here, right? As you kind of go, the hands are doing really good, but we just kind of get the club inside like this, right? And then as you can kind of see, that would be my path right there, okay? if I can get you to get more, I like where your hands are going straight back, but if I got you to keep the club outside, right, kind of more like this, then I can get that more on plane here. But once I allow this club to go inside, then I'm going to have to get like this to get my wrist hinge.
Right.
Does that make sense a little
Yeah.
bit? All right, so take that club for me, big guy. I'm going to give you a little device that I invented. So here we go. Actually, no. Wow. So I'm going to get that perpendicular to the face. All right, let me kind of demonstrate what we're going to kind of do here to give you a visual here. Okay. So I'm going to put this club, I'll put this alignment rod just outside my toe line here. Okay? And what I want you to kind of do, you see this little line right here, right?
Yeah.
As we take the club back, right, there's a little movement with the belly, okay? Everything's kind of moving together here a little bit. It's just not the arms, okay? But as I kind of go, if I get my face to match up, right, or I get this little device to match up to the one on the ground, you see where my hands are? If you walk down the line here, see where my hands are?
Yeah.
Okay? So you can see how that's kind of more in line with that, right? If we looked at the video for you, it would be like this. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay? So, getting us to get our hands more like this. The feeling is when I get to this point, my hands are just over my right foot. I could almost feel like this could stab me in my left thigh a little bit.
Yeah.
Does that give you a good visual of what we need to do?
Yeah. So you want this to line up with.
So go ahead and set on up. I'll kind of help you out here a little bit. Okay? Don't worry about the ball. Okay, good. So as we kind of come back here, right? It's going to be like this. See where,
Okay. Yeah.
you see how this is on the ground with that?
Yeah.
Okay? See where your club head is?
Yeah.
Okay, now as I keep continuing, then we get that club right in line with our hands. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, and it starts at the beginning here. Right, so here.
Right there. Yeah.
All right, and now if I went like this, it'd almost jab you in the...
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Good. Now your hands are close to your body, which is really good. Your hands are going around your thigh. That's really good right there.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to let you try it a couple times, okay? Mm-hmm. Good. Feel that?
Yeah.
Nice wrist hinge. Now you're getting your club, your wrist set to match your shoulder turn. And now you just kind of go together. Turn it, turn it, turn it. There we are. Good stop. And then come down through.
Yeah. Try to imagine that stick again.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, because this is about where
Right.
you showed me, and I was.
Right. So, you know, here's the big thing that we need to kind of think about here is shortening up that swing's a big part of what we need to do. But, you know, we'll probably put a towel in there. But the big thing is I want you to kind of feel like for these next couple swings maybe, that it's just kind of like a half swing, right? And for you, that'd be a full swing.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we're just trying to get the guards on there a little bit. Does that
Gotcha.
make sense? But we do need to kind of work on our takeaway and what our body's kind of doing in that turn.
Yeah.
Significantly. Good. So here we go once again. Good. See how that's matching?
Yep.
Up. There you go. Good. Now swing down through for me. Good. Okay. Mm-hmm. Good. Good. Okay. let's take a look at that. Much better.
Yep.
Okay. Much better.
See the legs straight.
Right?
Club's not touching my ass.
Right? Right? And look how you can get that club back in front of you again.
Yeah.
Okay, now we need to get rid of that flip a little bit. You see
Yeah.
that guy? That's where you're getting
Yeah.
that ground ball grody
Yeah,
right there.
trying to scoop up on it, kind of.
Right?
Yeah.
But does that give you a good idea about takeaway number one, to the body movements?
Yeah.
Those are two big ones right there. And I could probably walk away right now and have your heads full of stuff,
Yeah.
right? But those are the two things that we need to kind of focus on, at least for right now. Okay,
Yeah.
making sure that our takeaway is good and making sure that our movement pattern
Yeah.
accommodates for that.
No, that already feels so much better, or at least looks better.
Good. So let me give you a little concept. So you saw, at least in the video, where you're kind of flipping just a little bit, right? And I think one of the big things that you complained about was the ground ball grodies that we're getting, and nobody likes that, right?
No.
Nobody likes that, especially at the driving range or on the course. So let me give you a little visual here. So let me jump on in there on you real quick. Okay. So I'm going to hand you this club. Just take a look at it real quick so you kind of see it.
Yep.
Looks kind of weird.
Yep.
Right? That looks weird, doesn't it? Okay. So if I were to hit golf balls with this, you can see that this is beveled right here, right? I would just hit hosel rockets all day, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But look what happens, right? When I decide to get into impact, right? That's my setup. What's my impact got to look like?
Yeah.
Huh. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I hit it right there, then I'm going to get it. Does that make sense? It's not what I'd say is a great training aid. It's a tough training aid to hit. I mean, even for somebody like me who's been around for a long time, it's kind of tough for me too.
Yeah.
But what I really like is that if I got you in here and then said, hey, press forward, get into impact, right? Like we talked about. That gives you a really good idea or a visual of what that club shaft needs to kind of be at impact. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you could jump on in here for me, please. Kind of set up to that. Good. Good. So we're going to get into that impact position. There you go. He's going to be straighter. Straighten that knee. There you go. Right? Boom.
Yeah.
Does that give you a good idea of what we're kind of looking at right there?
Yeah.
It's an exaggeration.
Yeah.
I want you to understand that. It's an exaggeration. But it really gives you an idea how much the hips need to rotate to turn, how much the chest is opening up as it turns, and how the hands need to be far forward.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Where we can see in the video, you get like this, and the hands go like this.
Yep. And then, yeah, that's just hitting the bottom of the...
Correct, correct. So, let me kind of jump on there real quick. So this is kind of what we want to kind of feel, right? Just a little bit, right? I want to have a little bit of a punch shot idea, right? But I want to hit down on it. So it's... Does that make sense? Once again. All right, so just kind of a punch shot here. Trying to get my hands ahead of that, right? Does that make sure?
Yeah.
Okay, so give me just a couple of times where you feel like you're getting into impact with that club, okay?
Okay.
And then we'll grab the old 7. All right, have those hips turning through, right?
Okay.
Like an impact bag. So here, hold on. Get this. Get that impact back for me as hard as you can. Yeah, you see where your hips are moving there?
Yeah.
Do it, man. You can do that. Okay, good. Yeah. Now, the other thing we got to kind of do here, just a little bit. You're good. Okay. But as we kind of come through impact, just a little bit. Boom. Okay. Toe goes left.
Okay.
Okay. So once again, as we kind of go here, boom. Yep. There you go.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah, look at that. That's a much better movement pattern. Good job. Okay, good. See how your hands are releasing there?
Yeah.
Good job. Let me do one video here real quick of that. Look how much your hips have opened up, your chest has opened up.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The bag's retarding your rotation, but you can see how you're getting over. Okay? But look at everything. You're finished on a firm left side right here.
Yeah.
Look at that. Your foot's come through here. Right? I'd like to see those hands roll over just a little bit, but that's here and there right now. Okay? But here's the other thing. Watch when I do this. I say, hey, you've got to hit this impact bag. Look how short you get. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and that, for me, that felt so short. I didn't even know it was going back that far, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's short, it's a little short, but once I get your attention away from the ball and I get you more into the idea I've got to hit something, you shorten that up automatically because you know you can go at it, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But once we start to put a ball in there, we start to have this idea of performance, and I need to get longer and longer and longer because that's going to, in my mind, equate further distance, right?
Yeah.
Probably not the case, right?
No.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Right? Okay, good. All right, so do you see what we're working on here? Okay, so let's get this guy. Switch that out. Okay. Now that you've got kind of a visual of what that face and hand need to kind of do, just give me a couple into the bag here, okay? All right. Yes. If we can just keep that same length of swing, you're going to get a lot more consistent. We'll build some length into it later.
Okay.
But right now, we just need to, yes, yes, that's it. I want to mess it up, partner. Great work.
Yeah, it's actually kind of funny. Like when I was at the range, I was doing that one where you told me just to do this, and I hit it 100 yards, and then my full swing's 100 yards or less.
Yeah.
I'm like,
it's the
just getting
centerness
there.
of contact,
Yeah.
right? If I can hit it right on the bean, that thing goes. But if I hit it off anything like this, it's just a lot of dead weight getting off that face, okay? Good work. Good work. Good. That's all the length of swing we need right now.
Okay.
Okay, that's all we need. Okay. Yes. All right. So let's do this. You getting a good feel for down at the bottom a little bit? Okay. Let's do this. Let's hit about 4 or 5 balls. Okay. And I want us to just stay in the same mode of what we're working on. Okay. I don't want a lot of performance or trying to kill it or any of that stuff. I just want us to feel like we're hitting that bag at the bottom. Okay.
All right, let's try.
Okay, that's good. It's okay. Don't try to kill it. Okay, good. All right, just feel like we're hitting that impact back. Doing great. Once again. Keep going. So here, I know we're not getting the results, but just bear with me here. Okay. All right, look at your length of swing getting significantly shorter.
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and I see some of the things we talked about, like showing up with the leg and whatnot.
So I'm not seeing so much weight getting transferred over, right?
Still a little bit of the hands kind of flipping, I feel like.
Yeah. Okay. But as far as what I really want to kind of focus on today, getting that length of swing, getting our body moving. Okay. Now the other thing that we need to kind of work on here is definitely getting our low point down a little bit, getting that contact. But right now I just want to kind of focus on this. Okay. And then, yeah, we need to get that. So I'm going to give you a towel drill. You can see your left arm, you see how it's retracting back and through?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we're starting to get a good idea of all that, right? Does that make sense? Okay. Let me try to give you a feel here a little bit of what we want to kind of feel with our follow through. Okay, so let me jump on in there real quick on that, okay? So I'm starting to see some good stuff here with the backswing. Okay, I'm starting to see the right leg not going back so far, which is good, okay? What we want to kind of practice when we're out there on the range, right, is I want you to feel like you're going to hold or maintain your structure, okay? Or as I like to call it, more the samurai. Okay, see how my arm's out here?
Yep.
And everything like that? I don't want to get to the point where I'm retracting my arm and I'm getting like this, okay? So I would get like this, okay? And I would just kind of hit punch shots, and I want to make sure that I'm maintaining or holding that structure, my arms, out in front of me, okay? So it'd be like this. Okay? Don't really care where it goes. I just want to get used to getting my arms to swing in front of me and stay out here.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right, so jump on in there real quick. I'll give you a little bit of a feel. Okay, so as you kind of take your back swing like we're working on. Good. Yep.
Like that.
Yep. So here we go. Once again. Yeah, better. Good. Feel like you're maintaining that structure out in front of you now. Yes. Good work. Give me a couple of those. Try to hit the ground. Okay. So go ahead, set up again for me. So as you come on back, good, good. Got a little wrist hinge right here. I want you to feel like you're swinging out towards that second baseman. Okay. Now here's the other thing I can already feel here. So I'm going to take control of the club here. Okay. Loosen up. There we go. Loosen up. There you go. You feel that?
Yeah.
Okay. That's swinging the club. Okay. Not you trying to control it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. That's going to give you some fluidity.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Just give me kind of a... Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Should I loosen up like a little bit or grip?
We want to have soft, at least soft forearms. Okay. So when
Not this, but
yeah, so I want to have these guys kind of soft.
Yeah.
So if I were to come on in here, right, feel my forearms.
yeah.
Okay.
Not gripping.
Feel my forearms now.
Yeah.
That's what I'm feeling now.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Because the more tension I have in those forearms, the harder it is for me to release my hands.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. There you go. Good. There you go. Maintaining that structure out in front of you. Great work. Good. Things got a little loose there, didn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Good. There you go. You see how you're striking the ground consistently now? Good. Good. Now, swing out towards that second baseman for me, okay? There you go. Good. All right, good. Have some triple force bring you back, okay? There you go. Good. Narrow up our stance just a smidge for me, though.
Sorry.
Narrow up your stance a little bit. There you go, good. You start to get a little wide as you practice a little bit. And you see how your foot gets out a little bit there? Did you feel that?
Which one?
Your right foot.
That one?
Your weight went outside of that.
Okay.
Good. Again. All right. So let's do about 4 balls here, okay?
Okay.
And I want us to try to feel like we're maintaining that structure out in front of us, okay?
Okay.
Does that all make sense? Any questions right now?
No, I think it's just feel.
Right?
Feel. Yeah.
Good. Very How are we doing, my man?
Better.
All right. Yeah,
4 out of 5 felt good.
I was about to say, I'm hearing a lot better solid contact.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that all making sense to us, though?
Yeah. I added like 30 yards just.
Right, that's big, man. That's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Feels a little awkward, but that's how it is.
Right. What's the old saying? If it don't feel strange, we're not making that change.
Yeah.
That's what I used to say about new girlfriends. Just keep going. Keep solidifying that feel, okay? Better job of maintaining that structure. Good job. Face was a little open. That's okay. Got to close that club face in a little bit through impact. All right, that's how those forearms feeling. They getting a little tense.
Maybe. I
Okay.
got my reverted that.
Soften them up just a little bit. That's going to get that club to close for us a little bit. There you go. Good work. Did you feel that?
Yeah. Felt better.
Good. Soften.
And I can actually feel like I actually feel the club better the looser I hold it.
Yes.
I actually feel the ball and like where it's hitting.
Well, now you're controlling the weight of the club
Yeah.
instead of trying to force it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Soften up those forearms. Release those hands. You're doing great. Maintain that structure out in front of you. Come on now. Good. All right. Maintain that structure out in front of you. Which direction do you think you swung in there?
The left.
I want you to swing out to the right a little bit, okay? Or at least straight at the pitcher, okay? Give me 3 more here, and then let's talk about what we need to work on. We working today, my man, or we?
Not really.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
Good on you.
I like those. I like those days.
That's great.
Hit one.
All right, just a small little swing. Feel like you're swinging it out to the right. Loosen up those forearms. Set up for me. There we go. Come on. There we go. Good. There we go. Good. There we go. Give me a couple swings there. Kind of feel that.
Oh, just.
You
oh,
just,
okay.
yeah, just one without the club, without the ball. There you go. All right. Swing out towards that second baseman for me, okay? There you go. All right, one more, and then let's talk about what we need to kind of work on for our homework, okay?
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. So a few things that we kind of worked on that I think are very big and very basic for what we need,
Mhm.
right? So the first one, we really worked on grip, stance, and posture a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Now we need to kind of work on our moves, our tilts and turns a little bit, and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So what I would suggest here for us, right? Get ourselves a little object, something like this. Doesn't have to be anything amazing, right?
Mhm.
Something we can kind of see, right? The other thing I would kind of do is get 2 alignment rods. Okay. Get one right here on the inside part of my right foot, as so. Get the other one right across my chest, okay? And what we want to work on is getting this to turn and get this parallel to the ground,
Yeah.
okay? That's going to be a big one for you, right there,
keep
okay?
me from swinging too far back.
Correct, because we can see in the video that you're kind of doing this,
Yep.
right? I mean, everything's kind of turning back and everything like this. We've got to put some safety guards in place, right? So making sure that I feel like the weight's on the inside of my right foot as I start to turn, okay? I should feel, when I get to this point, that my right foot here wants to do this.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, you're kind of like a screw kind of.
Correct. I'm
Okay.
corkscrewing that into the ground a little bit right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I'm trying to do. Okay? Now, the other thing that we kind of talked about here was our takeaway a little bit, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we want to have the feeling like the hands go around the thigh, but the club stays outside of our hands a little bit. And that's going to get us to a good position right here.
Mhm.
Okay? You remember the drill that we worked on?
Yeah.
I'm putting that there.
Question is like,
Mm-hmm.
I know you're showing me for the takeaway.
Mm-hmm.
There's kind of that first part. Should I be like thinking of that, or like it was like kind of here
Yes.
and then here?
Yes, I would start to
Yeah.
make that.
Because I was thinking about like just.
How you doing, my man?
I was just thinking about like going first to here.
So what we want to kind of do here, right, is that we get to the first move here, right? Just to give you a good visual, right? So there's our toe line, okay? When we get to, I want my club to be parallel to that one to the ground.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
I don't want it inside.
Right.
Here or there, okay? Then at this point, you just go straight up,
Yep.
okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So set up again for me, right? So it's definitely going to be more of, yeah, it's going to be more of this feel for us. Okay, then this feel.
Okay.
Okay, so it's kind of, yeah, dragging it a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but it's here. There you go.
Gotcha.
Okay, so now the club's just in line with the hands a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're good. Okay, that's what we want to kind of focus on with that takeaway.
Okay.
Now the other thing that we talked about here, right, set up for me, right, is maintaining that structure out in front of us. So I want you to kind of feel like you're here.
Yeah.
Let that right side go. Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. Okay? That's where we want to kind of do. And for practice, that's where we need to kind of finish right now.
Yeah.
Okay? We can see on the video as you come in here, you're doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we get this leading edge to hit the ball.
Yeah.
Does that make sense
Yeah.
a little bit? Okay? So big thing is get the old impact bag out for us. Okay? And what I would kind of do, right? We're obviously get the toe into the back like we've been working on. That gets our forearms to rotate. And if you loosen up your forearms, it's going to be easier to do that. Does that make sense? But for us, we really want to kind of feel like when I get here, right? Boom, right? I can feel my arms staying out in front of me. Okay? Once again, get here, right? Here, boom. And the reason I like the impact bag for you is it shortens up your swing.
Yeah.
You understand that if I take it back this far, I'm not going to get as much power as I think.
Mm-hmm.
But once I get you on the impact bag, you kind of stop at a very natural spot
Yeah.
and then come down and through.
Yep.
So you got to keep working on that.
Gotcha.
Questions? Talk to me, big guy.
Yeah, I don't really have any.
Okay.
I think I got some new stuff to focus on.
Right. The mind's kind of swimming a little bit,
Yeah.
I'm sure, right?
But like last or 2 weeks ago, once I like got home and worked on it, and kind of like put it
Absolutely.
together pretty quick. So yeah.
Absolutely.
But-
Now, when you get on home, take some notes,
Yeah.
jot some notes down of what you're kind of doing. You
Yeah.
know, what's the old saying? After an hour of a conversation, we forget 50% of it, right? So make sure that you jot down a few things, the highlights that you had, right?
Yeah.
And then when you come back in 2 weeks or whenever you get done traveling the world,
Yeah.
come back in, have those notes ready, right? I'll have my notes ready, and that way we can kind of get back and
Yeah.
tackle it.
Yeah. Seems like we're making good progress though.
Yeah, I think so, man. We just got to work on those tilt and turns for us, right? I think if we can get the big thing. I think there's other parts, but if I can get you to turn, just get more naturally turning this way, a lot of things start to clean
I
themselves
think
up.
that'll be big because like when you're into the bathroom, like I hit like 4 or 5 that
I could hear just
the best.
And to be honest, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that one of my old instructors said. He says, when people are going through changes, you got to walk away. Because people feel more comfortable when they're in their own little environment than somebody staring at you. So that's why I sometimes go to the bathroom or go get a drink of water. I've just got to kind of let you be in your own world.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions?
I'm good.
All right.
Appreciate
Look forward
it.
to it, man.
Yeah.
Keep me abreast of what you're going through. All right. And
See you in
I
2
will
weeks.
send you some videos of what we're working on. We got quite a bit. So.
Yeah. It's good. I need my homework.